So Tesla, such a boring company. Nothing at all is happening of note, especially not in the last week. Not sure why I'm showing Cybertruck, a production model here at Starbase, towing and reversing with a Raptor engine. It's not like these things are about to begin first deliveries, and when they do, holy crap, look out, it's going to be game over. These driving billboards are going to drive so much attention to Tesla, not just Cybertruck, but their entire range of products. Speaking of Cybertruck, more shots here from Starbase, some epic images here on X. Just wanted to share with you guys, there's a ton, and I mean a ton of Cybertruck action right now. We saw yesterday, this thing has done the entire Baja Peninsula, over 1,000 miles. The only issues, 2 flat tires, no performance problems, no breakdowns, nothing at all. 2 Cybertrucks tailing one another. These are production candidates. Again, obviously this means that Cybertruck production is going to be a very long way away. Deliveries won't be happening later this year, and they're definitely going to be delayed and delayed and delayed. Plus, this was a stock pump anyway, and even if it isn't a stock pump, it's not a real truck, so no one will buy this who wants it to do real truck things or be able to off-road, because it's not tough, durable, or utilitarian as fuck. Oh, and if you thought that was it, more evidence that Cybertruck deliveries are not about to commence. A Cybertruck was auctioned off at the Peterson Automotive Museum, who seem to be big buddies with Tesla or Franz, or at least someone at the company. The Peterson Museum often exhibits production models, prototypes, and so on of Tesla's vehicles. Check this out. This isn't the first Cybertruck. A low VIN, as in one of the early-ish, I don't even know how early, reservations for Cybertruck was auctioned off and went for $400,000 US. Now, what are the odds? The highest actual reserve on that bid there was $420,000. Something to ponder. So again, more proof that Cybertruck deliveries are not about to commence. Let's move on. Once again, I just want to remind everybody, do not sleep on Tesla Energy. A $125 million Tesla Megapack installation in New South Wales, Australia, shout out to my Aussie friends, is now operational. Just one more time, $125 million. What's the average selling price of a Tesla vehicle? Round it to $50,000 US. You don't need to sell that many of these gigantic Megapack installations, and suddenly you have revenue from your energy business comparable to automotive. As we've heard from Elon Musk in the past, he does believe long term that Tesla's energy business will grow to be the same size as its auto business, and that is knowing that Tesla's public goal is to sell 20 million vehicles per year. Do the math. Do not sleep on Tesla Energy. And speaking of Tesla, they expect production at their Lithium Refinery in Texas, which I covered here on the YouTube channel just a few months ago when first announced, to start sooner than expected. Imagine that, Tesla, moving at the speed of light. In short, commissioning of assets beginning the first half of next year. This thing is going to move at lightning pace. And let's be honest here, you know what's going to happen? The pace at which Tesla gets this refinery up will embarrass the entire lithium refinement industry. They're going to be looking going, how the what? Huh? What? How'd they do that in 1/4 of the time, 1/3 of the time it takes us to get a refinery up? What the hell? Every time Tesla tries to do something, they do it better and faster than the industry standard. It's insane. And now, onto the competition, who continue to come all over themselves, not for Tesla, as we heard earlier this week. GM's Chief Technology Officer exited the company after 1 month in the job. Now, why would you do that? Answer, you look at the tech and go, oh, they're not going to make it. See ya. That's exactly what happened. Speaking more of Tesla's competition, coming everywhere but for Tesla, Lucid stock hit an all-time low today of $4.88, down 91.5% from its all-time high. And I am absolutely not surprised. I can't remember how many videos I made, at least a dozen on this burning dumpster fire of a company who probably will go bankrupt, and even if they don't, the stock price never made sense. Rest in peace to everybody who thought they were investing and learned that they're gambling. I saw this as well. Now, I don't know whether or not it's accurate, but did Lucid spend $100 million on advertising last year? No, surely not. And now, the 20 best-selling electric vehicles in the world in August. Now, quick caveat on this. The darker green here, internal combustion engine vehicles with a vibrator-sized battery. So delete them all, pretend they don't exist, and imagine what this actually looks like. Tesla Model Y, number 1. Tesla Model 3, number 2. The BYD Song and the Quinn Plus, they're probably not even in the top 15. Get rid of them. Next up, the Seagull from BYD. Another BYD in number 6 and another BYD in number 7. Of course, you could tally up all of the BYD models in the top 10. At number 2, 4 little specs, because we're ignoring the plug-in hybrid part. The Seagull, One Plus, and the Dolphin, probably the Han as well. And they still wouldn't even come close to Tesla's Model Y. Again, more proof that the competition... What competition? Exactly. As we can scroll down here, it really is a one-horse race, as you can see. However, what's worth noting here? Where are the non-Chinese brands? You got Tesla, and then China, Volkswagen with a whopping 16,000 on the ID4 steaming pile of excrement. You get the point. The future of the EV market basically represented right here. Tesla number 1, numbers 2 through 10 with 1 or 2 stunning exceptions, Chinese EV makers, and maybe some Koreans. Speaking of BYD, since they were in second place, we're looking at annual net profit. BYD in red, Tesla in blue. As you can see, despite BYD selling a ton more vehicles in total and close to the same number of purely electric vehicles due to the complexity and the extremely low margin nature of their business, they're not even close to Tesla. Again, the competition is, how's it go again? Because they're certainly not coming for Tesla. Speaking more of the competition, Fraudstown Motors founder buys their remaining assets for $10 million following bankruptcy. Once again, another company I warned investors repeatedly about, who appeared to be making fraudulent statements regarding reservations. Oh, that's why he calls them Fraudstown Motors. Straight from the Trevor Milton of Nicola playbook. So anyway, just want to read this snippet. It's quite interesting. Doling out $10 million to buy assets out of bankruptcy. Steve Burns, who founded Fraudstown Motors, has quite the history with the electric pickup maker when it comes to unusual financial moves. According to a report, the former CEO claimed roughly 25% of Fraudstown Motors shares and began selling shares after a lockup expired. Jumping in here, red f***ing flag. If you ever see a founder of a company, any of these EV startups, selling shares just after their lockup expires, before the company's making profits, before they're at scale, before they're dominating, run the f*** away. Never a good sign. There's no excuse for this other than, of course, being fearful that the company's going to go bankrupt. Let me explain why. Oh, but Stephen, what if they don't get paid a salary? How do they access the money? How do they pay their expenses? Bro, the way that they pay their expenses is to go to somebody like JP Morgan Chase and go, hey guys, look, I've got $400 million in equity in this company. Can I get a very small line of credit set up against this? We'll capitalize the interest and I can borrow to pay my living expenses. And they'll go, of course, bro, just secure it against all this debt. Of course we'll do this. A tiny little loan to value ratio, no problems. That's how these folks who are equity rich and cash poor, starting EV companies, can pay for shit. There is no excuse to sell stock early. If the company ain't making money, it's inexcusable. Red flag. Was it like a decade and a half before Elon Musk sold any Tesla shares ever? Something to ponder. By the way, Trevor Milton did the same shit. Bought the biggest ever house in Utah by, not size, but purchase price. And some private islands and a couple of private planes and jet skis. I'm not even kidding, by the way. That was also a red flag. And now, Toyota delivered 422,000 battery electric vehicles in the US in Q3. Wait, is that it? Oh, I think it's actually the correct number. 4,221. Now, maybe some context would be useful, guys. There's more people paying me every month on Patreon than there are Toyota selling electric vehicles in the whole f***ing United States. The point is, this is a very small number. I'm like some dude who just talks about Tesla and that offends people all the time and they get butthurt and mad. Toyota is a mass market vehicle manufacturer, and in the US, in Q3, not 1 month, not a week, not a day, in the whole f***ing quarter, 4,221 battery electric vehicles. Again, rest in peace, Toyota. Currently the world's largest automotive manufacturer by unit volume, give or take, and end of this decade, they will not be in business. Now, the biggest news of the week, of course, Elon Musk officially became the world's biggest streamer. Actually, by the way, as you can see here, he's running through his build and specs in Diablo 4. If you know, you know. Did a tier 100 dungeon, I think with Emily. Was it Emily? Someone like, yeah, Emily. Level 80, absolute G. Now, why is this important? Almost 1 million people were tuned in live to watch this thing. Close to 10 million people now have watched the replay. This is madness. And why is this important? If you don't know, Twitch, the company Twitch, you know, game streaming, Twitch. Yeah, Twitch, currently owned by Amazon. A couple of $1 billion a year in revenue. Company's valuation, tens of billions of dollars. It's now possible for anyone, admittedly, it's a little bit tech heavy at the moment, unless you're on a phone, but if you're on a PC, you've got to use OBS and some other shite. Anyone can start streaming themselves, playing games now on X. It's already a thing, and this is very important. I'm sure there are many gamer nerds watching, by the way. We're going to skip through to some action here in the background so you guys can watch. I'm sure there's a lot of gamer nerds watching here, and you'll understand this is big. Esports are absolutely f***ing huge. Now think about this in the future. Imagine some big streamers start producing content, streaming on X. Guess what? X isn't going to can you, shadow ban you, or permanently ban you from the platform for having an opinion they don't like, or maybe showing too much nipple, which will occur on other streaming platforms and is a big problem. Now, it's going to take time again, but X is going after everything. What does he call it again? The everything app. And this is exactly what he means. By the way, let me know in the comments below if you guys think I should start streaming some Diablo 4 tier 100 dungeons and embarrassing myself at how bad I am. By the way, if there are any Diablo 4 players, let me know in the comments below. What is your build? What are you currently running and level? And now, more proof that there's absolutely no corruption, especially in the United States, especially from government, and especially being weaponized against people who go against the one true narrative. The suck Elon's has sued Elon Musk in federal court in San Francisco to try and force him to testify in the agency's probe into his purchase of Twitter in 2022. Dear SEC, go f yourselves. This is what the third weaponized lawsuit against Elon Musk and or his companies in the last maybe 3 months. Absolute shambles. Why? Because he bought X. People, including citizens of the United States, can freely share their thoughts, opinions, and ideas. And if they discover a laptop, they'll also be able to freely share that. I wish this wasn't the way the world is, folks, but unfortunately, it is. Of course, Elon warned that this would be happening. He can deal with it, but I tell you what, man, I wouldn't want to be the guy. And just to wrap this one up, General Motors has officially agreed to go bankrupt. Big Daddy UAW has them bleeding from... Wait, I'm not even going to finish that. I might get demonetized. Not that I need the money, but I don't think the video will reach as many people if it's got a big red flag on it. New offer from GM. A 20% wage increase, including 10% in the first year. Wow. Nearly all UAW members working at GM will make about $40 per hour. Now, I'm sure there are streetwalkers who make less than that. Not exactly the most attractive, but hey, you know what I mean? And this is the absolute entry point. This isn't the average. They're just talking, just about everyone. The absolute nubs who've just started, who know nothing and are basically useless, making this money. Blah, blah, blah. And remember, this is a counteroffer, right? It's going to go up from here. Retirement. Well, company contribution up to 8% of wages, which was previously 6.4 for active in-progress employees. Company contribution for healthcare in retirement increased to $125 per hour worked. Now, this may seem like a small incremental change, but GM are already headed for bankruptcy. By the way, special shout out to their CTO abandoning ship after 1 month. What a G. I'd do the same thing if I realized what a dumpster fire it was. GM needs to be negotiating lower compensation, lowering their expenses. They're going to go bankrupt regardless, but this is going to accelerate their bankruptcy. So you did it, Mary. So bringing things full circle, I don't think it's very long before the first Cybertruck deliveries take place, guys. And I'm telling you, when these things start hitting roads, it's game over. Big week for Tesla. They're ahead on everything. The competition. What competition? Of course, we already knew that. And Elon Musk officially becoming the world's biggest streamer. That was definitely not on my 2023 bingo card. Then again, there were many things that weren't on my bingo card that seem to have played out. So there's that. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. Athletic Greens AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. Athletic Greens AG1 is an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point and something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy. Wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely it's not that AG1, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it. You'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, Snake Oil Salmon's sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose here. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon. And don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.